Ooh, all right. Goodness gracious. Good afternoon and good evening, those of y'all watching on the replay. This is White Mojo Wolf. I've got my buddy Neil over there. He's helping me out. We're voting on the Game Awards. Actually, that's a replay, Neil. I just run his channel and get his watch time up. But when I'm not in here, I just decided I was going to do a video today um, with the. Gosh. I still might be too sick to do this, but we're doing it. We're doing it live. I don't care. Uh, Hi, Neil. We're voting on the Game Awards live. As you can see my screen here. Good evening, Gen X. Get a little settled here. All right. Let's see. I guess they just want us to start with Game of the Year. Some categories I'll kind of talk and we'll talk it out. Like this one right here, I got a lot to say. But other categories, not so much. Like, the best shooter, I don't play them anymore. I don't care. So, like, we're not going to sit here and yappity yap about Call of Duty. Who cares? So, now, Game of the Year. This right here, this topic, hold on. No. I gotta point that way. Gotta point to the door. Okay. So, Game of the Year. This has had a lot issues, but I would just swap one of these games. Alan Wake 2, I've seen a lot of good stuff about that one. Baldur's Gate 3, I just got it like 2 weeks ago. I just haven't been feeling well to play a whole lot of it, but I like what I have so far. Spider-Man 2, that's fine. Super Mario, good. Zelda, I've yet to really dig deep on that, but gosh, I have put about 5 or 6 hours on it so far. I played it about a couple 3 weeks ago, and I was starting to not feel good, just kind of on my own. But this game right here, Resident Evil 4. Can you not see my mouse? I guess it doesn't show. Huh. Anyway, Resident Evil 4. This is the one game I have a problem with because it's a remake. I mean, let's not forget, Resident Evil 4 was one of the best games that came out on GameCube back in, like, correct me if I'm wrong, like 2003. We know what Resident Evil 4 is. You're basically remaking something you already know is great. You're just, putting a fresh coat of paint on it. And I'm fine with remakes having their own category, but I just don't think they ought to be considered for Game of the Year. So you know what I would put in this spot? I would not put Starfield. I know everyone's like, oh, you love Starfield. I do, but I would honestly put Hogwarts Legacy right here where Resident Evil 4 is. But a lot of people, have opinions on J.K. Rowling and how it is about the trans community. But the thing is, let her say what she will. The people that make the game don't feel that way. And I don't think, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. It's probably an odd analogy to use now I'm a dad, but, Hold on. Alright. Let's see. What would I do for Game of the Year? I haven't played Alan Wake 2. I've watched a guy play it on the stream. Baldur's Gate. Tough. Mario 1, for me, it's between Baldur's Gate and Zelda. But I'm going to give it to Baldur's Gate because... I got to sign in to vote. Yeah, 1 second. Let me do that. Turn that off. Let me sign in real quick. Well, it's not going to let me sign in on this browser, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up a new browser over here, and I'm going to go to the Game Awards, and then I'm going to, because Microsoft Edge has all my stuff memorized, so in Brave I have a lot of ad blocks up because YouTube in your ads have to use a damn ad blocker. Here's the thing about YouTube and the ads. Like, if YouTube Premium was $10 a month, I would absolutely pay it. But, no. Sorry. Vote now. Start voting. Baldur's Gate 3. Sign in to track progress. Please close this window to continue. Okay, let's try this again. Not Baldur's Gate? Oh, I gotta give it to Baldur's Gate. It's cool. It's really cool. Where's the window? Hold on. Something's not right here. What if I do that? There we go. There we go. Now, what I think separates these two games, I'll be honest with y'all. Zelda is one of those games that takes what is already good and does more with it. Mario Wonder does it. Spider-Man 2 does it. Alan Wake 2 does it. I ain't even going to talk about Resident Evil. Baldur's Gate 3 is... It's just like Elden Ring. It's the different one of this thing. And we see so many games that are the same over and over and over and over. I like the fact that Baldur's Gate is different. It's kind of top-down like Diablo. It's got a little bit of turn-based with combat. The dialogue and all the choices are like Starfield, but, you know, there's actually a bit variety. You know, Starfield, my main issue is like the illusion of choice. Baldur's Gate's just... There's so many different ways to play it. And honestly, if Baldur's Gate or Zelda win Game of the Year, that's great. You can make arguments for both. Now, I'll tell you why Zelda could win Game of the Year. Because it took Breath of the Wild and made it even more accessible. The little bit I played with it, I love the powers on Tears way more than Breath of the Wild. You know, you're supposed to be overpowered. You're supposed to have all these tools and just do whatever the hell you want on the game. That's why I like Tears of the Kingdom. But of these two, I gotta give the edge to Baldur's Gate. Next category. Okay, best game direction. Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Ooh. You know, game direction, honestly, is what... I literally just spent 5 minutes just to find this one. Alright, let's go back. Changing it. I'm going to give it to Zelda. Because what I just said about being innovative and unique, that goes to Baldur's Gate. Yeah. Okay, best narrative. Here we go. For outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. Now, Baldur's Gate is a good pick for that. But Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty, I'm playing that right now. It's pretty dang good. I can't say too much without spoiling it. But when you play Phantom Liberty, the choices you gotta make down the road, oh, I give to that. Best art direction, okay. For outstanding creative or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. There's a surprise that makes the story totally amazing. Yeah, I'm still up there on like the sky platforms. Like he's just getting ready to go down to the mainland that was in the first game. And that's where I stopped off where I played Phantom Liberty. Okay, art direction. This is a tough one. Zelda's art looks the same as the first game. Mario games, it looks about like a Mario game. Lies of P's good, but Bloodborne did it better. Hi-Fi Rush and Alan Wake 2. I'm going back and forth on these. Hi-Fi Rush. I'm going to give it to Hi-Fi Rush for art direction. Alright. What's next? Best score in music. Okay. For outstanding music, including a score, original song, and our licensed soundtrack. That's tough. This one's tough. I'm gonna give that one to Baldur's Gate. I think Starfield should have been nominated for this one. I really do. Because I think that and Phantom Liberty are the two best. But just out of these, I'll keep it fair. Okay, best audio design. Now this is like the sound effects and stuff like that. I'll give that. From what I saw, I'll give that to Dead Space. Alright. Best performance. This ought to be fun. Awarded to an individual for voiceover acting, motion, and performance capture. Okay, Final Fantasy. I like this guy. The dude that's Cal Kestis. I'm so ready for this game to hit Game Pass. Day one, I'm dropping everything. I'm playing Jedi Survivor on Game Pass. I am. Got little Spider-Man, Baldur's Gate out. Idris Elba, all day. Now this is bias speaking because I'm watching Luther right now. Idris, dude. You're getting it, okay? Next category. Love Idris Elba. He's awesome. Innovation in accessibility. Recognizing software. I'm going to use my foot to pick that pen up. Recognizing software and or hardware. Pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. Yeah, really. Forza. What? You can use the damn steering wheel? The spear? I can't even talk today. The steering wheel. Wow, very innovative. Hey Dave, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, I was going to do a video, but I thought, you know what? Let's just do it live. I'm just going to skip all the editing. Accessibility. So, like, accessibility to me is like making it to where people with like disabilities and stuff can play the games, like with game pads and all that. Alright, Gen X, y'all have fun with dinner. Looking forward to that dinner next week. That's going to be fun. I don't know about Little Man, though. He kind of showed his butt today. Okay, I'm giving that to Street Fighter. Just because there's a lot of ways you can play that game. I know you can play with fighting pads. And I'm just going to give that move on. I mean, okay, games for impact. For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. You know, this is where the pronouns guy, effing pronouns, will throw a fit over this one. But, yeah, he pulled all my, yeah, pulled all my hair out, exactly. He sure did. I needed a haircut. Well, we finally got like a little swing for him, and so we put him in the swing. And now that my wife finally had time to cut my hair, and she's the only one I trust doing it. I don't know about these games. I played Tachia a little bit. That's the only one I played. I'll give it to Tachia. Let's move on. Okay, we're on 9 out of 31. We got work to do. Hey, you can see my mouse on this one. Sweet. Best ongoing. Awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Why Cyberpunk? It's not a live service game like Phantom Liberty's an expansion. Why? Final Fantasy 14 has a solid crowd. Fortnite, come on now. Man, people are playing Fortnite since it started. Let's give it to Fortnite. Hey, Brandon, how's it going, bud? Oh, gosh. Best community support. No effing way. Destiny 2. Oh, my gosh. They are the worst. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, inclusive of social media activity, and game updates and patches. No Man's Sky, let's be real, should win this one. But just for shits and giggles, I'm giving it to Destiny 2. They are the worst. Next category. Oh gosh. I'm giving it to Destiny. The game's great, but Bungie, gosh, they've got issues. Best indie game. Best indie game. Oh, Sea of Stars. Out of that list, yeah. I played that for like a week on Game Pass while I was waiting on Starfield. Sea of Stars, in case y'all haven't heard of that one, it's a lot like the 90s Final Fantasy games. Like, where it's, it's turn-based, it's got like the Super Nintendo graphics. Like, think of Final Fantasy like 1 through 5 kind of deal. Best debut indie game. Y'all, I'm just going to go by the picture and pick Pizza Tower. That might be bad for me to say, but that's... Best game playable on a mobile device. Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Oh, and if you have a Xbox, like Xbox One or whatever, it's on Game Pass. Sea of Stars is. That's how I played it. I'm giving it to Hello Kitty, just because of South Park. God bless it. Best VR AR. Gran Turismo. I've wondered if I ever got a VR headset, I would play Gran Turismo on it, but we had one in college in our pure science department, and it just made me sick. It's cool technology. It's just not for me. Best action game. Best game in the action genre, focused primarily on combat. Okay. Hi-Fi Rush is rhythm-based. Ghost Runner 2, I haven't played it. Dead Island 2, if it's anything like 1, I assume it's good. Armored Core is made by FromSoft, so they nailed combat, but I'm not seeing a whole bunch of hype around this one now. Remnant 2, I'm giving it to Remnant 2. I got my eye on this one for Black Friday sales. Remnant 2. It's like Dark Souls with guns. Kind of like, got it on with Borderlands, and this is kind of like their baby. So, a bit more accessible than Dark Souls. And it's also co-op, so... Best action adventure. Best action adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. Zelda. No brainer. Oh gosh, Dark Souls with guns. And in Dark Souls how you got so many builds. It's just like that with the guns too. Best RPG. For the best game design with rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. That shouldn't matter. I'll tell you what though, guys. Let's be real. Baldur's Gate is the best RPG. But just because they spotted Starfield and this is like the only category it's nominated for, I'm voting Starfield. It's got to win something. Sorry, Baldur's Gate. I voted for you like 2 other times. Hey, I'm biased. This is my voting. This is just how it goes. Best fighting game. For best game design primarily around head-to-head combat, I'm going to get to Nickelodeon. I'm not giving it to Street Fighter because they're too toxic. Yeah, good evening, Kenneth. How's it going, bud? Oh, sorry, I got sniffles, y'all. Trying to avoid snot running down my nose. I know that's not the sexiest topic, but best family for the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre and platform. I'm gonna give that to Mario because on Super Mario Wonder they have two characters you can pick. Like there's Yoshi and then like a colored Yoshi, like red, green. Well, Yoshi is green, like red, blue, purple Yoshis. You can play as one of those, and you can play as like one of those rabbits from Rayman. And those characters basically don't take any damage in Wonder. So like in Super Mario Wonder's co-op, so like you can basically run through the levels like, well, I guess I should do it this way. Run through the levels like a regular Mario game, but like if you wanted like a little man or little girl, your kid to play with you, you can have them play that other character and they can have just as much fun without, having to worry about dying and stuff like that. Yeah, Wonder came out the same day Spider-Man 2 did. Um, yeah, I'm giving it to Wonder. Um, Best sim strategy game. Ooh. I'll tell you what, I'm not really. City Skylines 2 is the one I've been wanting to play. Normally, I would give it the award, but here's the problem. It's not in a state where it should have been really released. So, I'm going to give it to Fire Emblem because it is a complete game. You can play it completely now. Didn't realize it because yeah, I don't know why they released the game the same day as Spider-Man. Nintendo, like, they're kind of flexing a bit, I think. Best sports racing game for the best traditional and non-traditional sports and racing games. Formula One, it's the same game every year. FIFA, this is basically FIFA. Forza Motorsport, I wish I could give it that, but it's just something about it. I can't finish it. It's not that I can't win the race. It's more about like willpower. The graphics just don't. Now, the Crew Motorfest is Ubisoft's attempt at Forza Horizon. I've seen good stuff about it. I watched a little gameplay. I like to get that, but you're a dummy if you buy Ubisoft games on day one because gosh, they go on sale like half off 2 or 3 months after release. Like that's why I haven't got Mirage yet. I know it's just $50, but I know as soon as that Black Friday sale starts Friday on the PlayStation Store, that's gonna be like $30. I'll get it, but Hot Wheels. I'm giving it to Hot Wheels. I was really impressed with the first game. It ran well, looked great. It's really fun. Easy to learn, like Mario Kart. Can't go wrong. I think the first one's on Game Pass right now. Best multiplayer for outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and blah 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 blah. Hmm. Let's show Diablo some love. Let's show Diablo some love. They're getting it. Best adaptation, recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another form of entertainment. Oh, these two's a tough pick. These two. They should never have put Chris Pratt as Mario, so I'm voting Last of Us. Next. What we got here? Most anticipated game. Why isn't Grand Theft Auto 6 on here? Everybody knows it would win. Recognizing an announced game that has... okay, basically, what game are you looking forward to? How are people not burned out on these Yakuza games? It feels like there's like 3 that come out every year. Star Wars Outlaws. It's Ubisoft and Star Wars. Come on. Let's be real though. GTA 6 is the most anticipated game. Content Creator of the Year. I don't know who any of these guys are. Where's Asmongold? Where's DSP? The Burst of May 1st. He wasn't, what'd you say, he wasn't terrible as Mario? The Last of Us, though, they killed it. That show was great. I don't know any of these. I want to vote DSP, Darkside Phil, DSP Gaming, the guy that got caught yanking it on May 1st, 2016. Or Asmongold, but I'm going to give it to the VTuber. Just for Ets and giggles. Alright. Best esports game. For the game that has delivered the best overall esports experience to players, inclusive, blah, 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 blah. Esports. Ooh. They have an esport for that? I really don't know this community. I'm just going Counter-Strike. I don't know. Just not my cup of tea. Best esports athlete. Okay. League, CSGO, Valorant, Call of Duty. Okay, which of these games would it actually take a bit of like talent to do? COD? No. Apex? No. No. I'm gonna give it to this dude. He's throwing up the peace sign. He looks cool. I'd have a beer with him. Alright. What's next? Best esports team. I don't know, guys. Hey, that one dude was on that team. I'll give it to him. Best esports coach. You gotta be shitting me. This dude looks serious. Uh, uh, Four guys and a gal. I'm vote for the gal. I don't know. I'm just trying to just kind of cast my net far and wide. Best esports event. I don't know. The only one I know of is Evo, so I'll give it to Evo. Is that it? That's it. Huh. Okay. Achieved voting in all categories. All right. Can you? Oh, keep going. Okay. Wait, I've reached the edge. I broke the internet. All right. Will it show me what I voted for, just so I can like? I don't know. Basically, just kind of recapping the start. Like they make you vote Game of the Year at the start. I gave Game of the Year to Zelda, but I gave, and my big whole diatribe at the start about Game of the Year, I don't think Resident Evil 4 should be nominated. I do think there ought to be a category for remakes, and I think there ought to be a category for remasters. They're two different things. We got 5 categories for esports. Why can't we just like do remakes and remasters? Because like a year like 2023, there were so many good games. Like I just feel like Hogwarts Legacy should have been where Resident Evil 4 is. And I feel like they didn't nominate Hogwarts for anything because of the J.K. Rowling stuff. But you got to remember, you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Yeah, she says some crazy crap on Twitter. They ought to throw... Whoever her publicist is ought to just tell her to shut the hell up on Twitter. But seriously, irregardless of how you feel. But you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. All the people that make the game don't feel the way J.K. does. And they tried their best to be inclusive, and Serona is a trans character on the game, and she actually impacts the story. I mean, so come on now, don't punish them. It was a good game. It ought to have been up there. But you can make the argument Final Fantasy 16 could have been there. Starfield, I know there's a lot of people hurt Starfield wasn't up there, but like I was going to say in my Starfield video, I give it an 8.5 just because it's my kind of game. But for like the general casual audience, it's more of a 7. It has to be your cup of tea. It's not something the general masses would like. Zelda's a good choice. Yeah. And Resident Evil 4, I would have given it Best Remake by far. But you kind of have an unfair advantage because you already know what made Resident Evil 4 so good. You just got to do that with the new coat of paint. But originally, I gave it to Baldur's Gate Game of the Year. I went on a big diatribe about how it's innovative. It does something different. And then the next category literally is the best game that does something different. So I'm like, well, Zelda's got more mass appeal, so it probably should win Game of the Year. But Baldur's Gate should win in terms of innovation. So, yeah. Either way, you can't go wrong with either of those. You really can't. But, that's pretty much all I have, guys. Where are we running? 31 minutes? Perfect amount of time for a live stream. So, I want you all to have a great week. I'm still on the mend. I was going to just do a video of this, but I figured it'd just be easier to do it live. And if you missed it, hey, I got you on the replay. So, y'all have a great week. And if I don't see you again until after Thanksgiving, don't eat too much now. But hey, enjoy that food. And just remember, y'all don't have to do turkey. We can get a little bit more creative. That's what we're doing. So, other than that, y'all take care. God bless. Everything like that. Stay sleazy. See ya.